Hi and welcome to Diving Head First. This week's video is how to sew an apron. This is in preparation for next week's video where I'm going to start doing baking videos. These are going to be intermixed with my normal DIY videos, and next week's recipe may have something to do with St. Patrick's Day? Maybe. So subscribe so you get notified when that goes up. The pattern that I use in this video I got from Style Me Pretty Living, and I'll put a link in the description below, but I didn't actually follow their directions on how to do it, and I modified like the sizing of the straps a bit because of the type of fabric I had, and also because they kind of just folded in the edges so you just don't see the raw edges from the front, but I wanted to have all my raw edges completely folded in, so I added a backing to the apron, as well as I folded over. I completely doubled up my straps compared to where they just folded over their edges. So that's why there's slightly different measurements for certain things, and also I used more fabric, and I used two types of fabric, a little bit more of the different types of fabric. So you're welcome to check out how they did it and then see how I did it and choose from there. But if you do follow my directions, I still use the pattern from theirs, so go there and download their pattern at least. So let's get started. The supplies you will need for this project are 1.5 yards of like the stripy fabric, that's like the main fabric that you're going to be using, like that's going to be the bib and the skirt. If you're going to be doing the backing like I did, then you're going to be needing 2.5 yards of the black fabric scissor or rotary blade, straight pins, thread that matches your strap fabric marking pens or pencils. Additional items you will need: a sewing machine, an iron, an ironing board, and a printer to print out the pattern from Style Me Pretty. Print out and tape together and cut out the pattern from Style Me Pretty. I'm not going to show you this because you don't want to see me doing that because it's pretty simple. Once that's all done, lay out your fabric after it's been ironed because it will not lay properly for you to put the pattern on it if you do not iron your fabric first. Once your fabric is all ironed nice and pretty and smooth, lay it out and pin your pattern to your fabric. Mark around your pattern. Once you're done with that, remove the pattern, cut out where you had marked on the fabric. Repeat this process with the bib, and then if you're going to do the backing like I did, repeat this on your black fabric. Sorry, I apparently did not record cutting out the pocket, but you need to cut out a piece of fabric for the pocket. The way that I did it, I folded it over and then folded in the edges so that there was no edges exposed and so that everything was all sewed in. And so my pocket was like doubled over. The piece of fabric that you will need to do the pocket the way that I did it is 18 inches by 19.5 inches. Now it's time to cut out your straps for your various parts of your apron. You will need 2 straps 3 inches by 36 inches for your waist ties, 1 strap that is 3 by 17 inches for the center waist strap, and 2 straps that are 2 inches by 28 inches for the necktie. Place together the 2 that are the bib shape, wrong sides out. Pin them together. Make sure to not pin along the bottom. This is the longer part that is going to be attached to the rest of the apron. Now you're going to sew your necktie straps together. I folded mine in half, and then I used a safety pin to turn it right side out. Once both your straps are right side out, iron them so that they lay flat. Once they're all flat and pretty, you're going to go in between your 2 bib pieces and pin your strap up at the top of the 2 peak corners where the straps are going to be attached, so that when you go around the edge of your bib, you will sew the straps in place. Now you can sew around all 3 sides of the bib, leaving the 4th side open for when you're going to sew the rest of your apron together. Now take your center strap, the one that's 3 by 17 inches, and iron in the edges and then also fold it in half. Once you have it all folded and ironed in the proper way, then you're going to put the bottom part of your bib in between the two halves of your strap, pin it in place, and then sew a 1/4 inch seam. I also folded over the ends of my necktie straps and then did like a box stitch around over the fold to keep it in place so that the edges won't fray and everything. Now you're going to fold your waist ties in half and sew them together, wrong side out. And then turn them right side out with a safety pin just like you did with the neckties. Once they're all right side out, iron them. Fold one end of one of your waist tie straps to the extra little bit that's hanging off of the edge of your center strap and fold them together, sew them in place. Do this on both sides. Once that is done, it's time to start working on your skirt. If you're doing your pocket the way that I did it, take your 18 by 19.5 inch piece of fabric and fold it over on the 18-inch side so that your pocket is 9 inches deep. Obviously, if you want to change the dimensions of this pocket, that's up to you. Sew around the 3 sides of your pocket, leaving the top open so it actually can function as a pocket. And then if you want to divide your pocket up into smaller sections, just sew a seam through your pocket where you want to divide it. Once your pocket is done, you can pin together your 2 pieces of your skirt, the front and the back, wrong sides facing out. Pin them together and sew all 3 sides except for the top side. Now, so that I didn't have any of the raw edges exposed, I also double folded over the top of my skirt so that all the edges were completely hidden. After I did that, I centered my skirt and my bib and placed a pin at the center and then worked my way out, making ruffles along the way until the top of my skirt was the same width as the bottom of the bib. This part, I kind of wish I didn't fold it over twice because while it did hide the raw edge of my fabric, it made it very thick and a bit too bulky, and I think it also made my skirt a little bit too short because the original pattern did not have you do this. So if you do this, and if I had time to actually do a test version of this, I might have added an inch to the pattern or fold it over a different way. Once you have all your ruffles pinned in place, you can now just do one long stitch across all your ruffles to keep them in place, and you are done. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button or leave a comment below. And remember that next week there's going to be baking videos and maybe probably most likely a St. Patrick's Day related baking video. So leave your guesses in the comments below as to what it's going to be, and subscribe so you get notifications when the new videos go up every Wednesday. Talk to you guys later. Bye!